Hey everybody, happy Pride Month. I can't believe it's already June.
And we got a treat today because there was a U.S. Women's National Team game that was played on this day, and somebody came in that was anti-Pride. How's it going, everyone? Yeah, so we are going to talk about the U.S. Women's National Team that just happened today, June 1st, against South Korea. And we're going to talk about a few parts about that game. Were quite interesting to us. And also, we were going to do another video. I don't know. I was sick the last couple of days. We were going to do another video, but we just said, hey, we just watched the game. It's fresh in our mind. So why don't we do this video now and get it out as soon as possible? But yeah, international break is going on right now. We're not going to talk about it. We probably won't make a video about it, but England had a really tough game against France. They actually lost that game against France. I saw a lot of people talking about Serena's decision making in that game, that she didn't bring subs on until the 80th minute. I saw a comment said Lucy Bronze is working hard. Everyone else wasn't.
She's always working so hard.
Yes, she is. Most passionate. She should be voted most passionate player.
And lover. No, just
I will leave that in. Also, Ireland had a really tough game against Sweden, and this is for the Euro qualifiers. All the Europe teams are playing for the Euro qualifiers. I will say Ireland's in a very tough group to actually qualify in their group. They actually lost 3-0, and I saw two things. I saw one thing is Vera was a wild coach, but bring her back. They want to win again. Also, I saw a few people saying, and there is injuries on the Irish team, so that's never fun. And then I did see that, I saw one person say this on Twitter, something about Katie was prioritizing her trip to Australia over playing at the Euro qualifiers. I did see that. I didn't see that a lot. They're going through it right now. Also, Australia, they almost lost to China PR. Again, all these squads are going through so much, going through their transition the way United States have been going through their transition, but I feel like United States is finally over the hump of going through that transition. I just feel like they have so many talented people. Emma Hayes is ready to rock. Australia's match was just a friendly, but that's going to tell them who's going to be on their Olympic roster, because Australia is going to the Olympics. So what does everyone think? Because a lot of those other teams we just talked about aren't going to the Olympics, the ones for the Euro qualifiers. But let's talk about the game today, because it was quite exciting.
I mean, first game with Emma Hayes as a coach. It was fun to watch.
Yeah. First, the reign of Emma is starting. That sounded kind of ominous, but I didn't mean it like that.
I was going to say the reign of terror.
Yeah. And I mean, if we saw what we saw out of Emma today, exciting stuff. Big win, 4-0 against South Korea. And I mean, it was a fun game to watch. I've seen so many people analyze it, and there was so much going right rather than wrong. And we saw a couple things. We saw Emma Hayes, so exciting. She looked great. We saw her kiddo out there. We'll talk about that in a second, but she just looked very happy. But then we also saw Catarina Macario start. It was her first start in I think 781 days, something like that.
Oh my gosh, that's like 20 years.
Yeah. The first 20 minutes or so, I think they were just settling into the new coach. And but after about 20 minutes, I mean, they really hit their stride. First goal in the 34th minute, I was almost going to say Mal Swanson.
She'll always be Mal Pugh.
I know. 34th minute, Mal with an amazing goal. I mean, that kind of set off the feeling of the day. I mean, first goal from Mal since 2023, then getting injured and then missing all that time and then completely back. It's so exciting. So great to see her score. Then just 4 minutes later, beautiful header by Tierna. I mean, I love seeing that. So they go to half, 2-0 up USA. I'm thinking, okay, it's looking pretty good for USA. Come back. Tierna in the 48th minute, another header.
She hasn't scored in 5 years, and to do it 2 times in one game, that's hot. I mean, it was the power of Pride.
Okay. I'm glad you said that, because I saw a couple comments like that. Being the first day of Pride Month, Tierna, who is, has always been a very outspoken member of
LGBTQ plus
community, always outspoken. For her to score twice on the first day of Pride Month, I mean,
I mean, was she speaking to Corbin Albert in particularly, or
We're gonna get to that in a
directly? I mean,
we're gonna get to that in a second. But I thought it was like the universe saying something. I truly felt that, you know. So we did notice that. Then in the 74th minute, Mal scored again. You know, Tierna scored, Mal scored. That was kind of the story. I mean, that's not the story. Obviously, we're not doing analysis here, but 2 goals from Mal, 2 goals from Tierna. Beautiful, big win, 4-0. It was really exciting. I mean, you know, almost like the old times where you think, oh, can't lose, you know?
I know. It definitely felt more secure, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And after the game, Emma was so cute. She was doing the after game on TNT. I think it was on TNT, post game. And you could see Emma being interviewed, and you could see her son and Charlie, Alex Morgan's daughter. They were like hanging out in the background for a second. They were like best friends already. It was so cute.
Of course. I forget who, but some official account had tweeted that they've been hanging out a lot, and they're like besties. So yeah,
that is so cute. I think Emma Hayes' son is a little older, but they're pretty comparable ages, and now they're gonna be best friends, and I love it.
And he's American now, so.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. The people interviewing Emma, it was Shannon Box, Julie Foudy. Somebody said, "Oh, your kiddo didn't want to be on this, didn't want to be in the interview, but he's kind of making an appearance in the background." So she started talking about him, and then
she said he has his American jersey on. She goes, "Yeah, he's American." It was wild.
We love that. It was so cute. Super cute. So they won. Excited for Emma. I mean, everyone's just playing well. She has a lot of tough decisions for the Olympic roster. I think it's finally in that groove of, who's going to stop America. Now, some might say Spain's going to stop America at the Olympics. That's another story. But one interesting thing Sarah and I wanted to touch on in this video was, it is Pride. It is the first day of Pride Month. June 1st is the official first day of Pride. And somebody interesting was subbed on in the 71st minute. Korbin Albert was subbed on. And we all know, obviously Sarah and I have done a couple videos about it. We all know the situation with Korbin Albert. She subbed in the 71st minute, and a couple interesting things happened. Number one, she is no longer wearing number 15, which is good because she shouldn't have, I don't think, from the beginning.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah. Also, people pointed out, today is Pride Month. The U.S. women's national team wore the Pride jerseys, the flag, and the Pride jerseys. And some people are saying, oh, she wore it, so that's like a step. The argument is being like, okay, she either wore it and she doesn't believe in it, or the other argument is, hey, at least she wasn't like Jaylene Daniels at the time, who just said, I will not wear it at all. I don't know which is worse or bad. I don't know which is worse, either wearing it and truly hating it, wearing it, or just not wearing it at all. I actually don't know what is worse, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I did see that argument. She wore it. So she came in the 71st minute, and it was kind of interesting on the broadcast. Somehow it worked out perfectly where you could hear, a lot of times you don't hear them announce who's coming in and out because the commentators are speaking. Somehow it was announced perfectly. You could hear them announce Lindsay's departure, and then you could hear them announce Korbin Albert was subbed in. And I mean, the announcers weren't speaking. It was almost like it was purposeful, but I don't think it was. So you could hear them announce her coming in.
Then you could hear the crowd cheer for Lindsay. And then after they said Corbin's name, after they announced her, then the crowd just booed, and it was clear as day. It was a big boo.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of discussion that some people didn't think it was quite as big a boo, but you could definitely hear the boos on the broadcast. This is Sarah. I'm just editing the video, but now rewatching the video from the game. Yes, the boos were way louder than I originally thought. So overwhelmingly boos, maybe a couple cheers, but I just wanted to input this here that, yeah, boos, not cheers. Definitely.
This time you could hear it just because the broadcasters weren't saying anything.
Yeah, it was weird the way the broadcast went, almost like they wanted to, I don't know.
Some moment of silence.
There is outlets reporting, like I see this one here saying, This one, like, I see a lot of says, controversial U.S. women's national team star Korbin Albert is booed after coming in in a rainbow-themed jersey versus South Korea on the first day of Pride Month. And there's a whole bunch of articles that says she came in and there was a lot of boos. And then I see someone right here. It says, Korbin Albert getting booed will never get old. And then someone goes, Korbin Albert getting booed on the first day of Pride Month, ? As it should be. So people heard it. The cheers for Lindsey Horan seemed to quickly change to boos on the announcement of Korbin Albert's arrival. Then I see people saying her other team members seem to high five her, hug her. You know, they seem to be accepting her apology. So we should not move on, but they've accepted it. And maybe she has internally shown that she has grown. Maybe she has done change that the fans just can't see yet. Because I'm willing to forgive her, I guess. I mean, she's young, I guess. But, I mean, the fans are still making it known. They're not happy that not only is she called, but to be playing on the first day of Pride Month after what she did. I think there's something a little bit wrong with that, right? Somebody said this.
There are so many fantastic players coming up. Albert doesn't deserve to wear the jersey. It's an honor and a privilege. Actions have consequences.
Yeah, some people might think, oh, we're belaboring this, we're talking about it too much. But somebody actually even DM'd us saying they were disappointed we weren't more outspoken about how upsetting her actions were. And they were not just gross, but disgusting, hateful, and upsetting in the environment of what she is representing. What she did was just so unacceptable. It's just like to play her on the first day of Pride. I don't know. That just rubs me the wrong way. And even kind of a slap in the face from U.S. Soccer to say, we know what she did. We know how important Pride is to so many people to play this player. You know, it is pretty upsetting. If it was like if she played for another sport, if she was like a baseball players have never supported LGBT the way soccer has. If she was a baseball player, okay, but just to do it in an U.S. Women's National Team jersey, it is very upsetting,
Yeah, but also I feel like Emma was there for strictly business, that she wouldn't even give that two thoughts.
Right. Because
she was just focused on the game and the game only. So not that she would, piece that together.
And not just that. I mean, maybe that. But also Emma has said some shady things recently. Then someone says here, okay, Korbin in a kit, good progress. I'm willing to back off and see if she has grown. I'm still skeptical since she hasn't actually opened her mouth to have a conversation about it, but I'm willing to wait and see. Thank God she didn't start. Oh my God. But her to come in, because there's some other players who didn't play. So I guess her coming in on Pride, when even if she's made a change, the fans don't know if she's made a change or not. So, I mean, it is kind of upsetting, but I love that, our queen Tierna scores 2 goals and it's Pride. And then Korbin Albert gets booed and comes in on the first day of Pride. So it was kind of sweet in that way. It's just me again. I'm just editing, and I did not realize Tierna had only had 2 goals previous to this, one for club, one for country, 5 years ago. And for her to score in this manner on this day and under these circumstances, I truly think it was like the universe coming together. And then she had made a comment, the video I'm playing right now, about, what did she say? She said something, I might be paraphrasing, but it's Pride Month now, so the gays get to score. So beautiful. I mean, so iconic. I loved it so much. It's wild. The universe aligned, and I loved it. So I wanted to mention that because I couldn't, I didn't realize she'd only had 2 goals previous. So very, very, very cool. But what did everyone think? I mean, do you think, like a lot of people, until they see actual change from Korbin, which could be a few different things. It could be a few, I don't even know what it could be, but there could be something she could outwardly show to the fans that she has changed, because so far she hasn't.
I'd love to know what is going through her head when all the boos are happening.
Yeah.
Like, that's gotta mess with your head, But
then I see Korbin on the first day of Pride Month. That's homophobic.
I can make that into a song.
Yeah, I know. Then I see Korbin Albert really just got booed when Emma Hayes subbed her in. Happy Pride. Happy Pride, I suppose. So yeah, a lot of comments. you know, LGBTQ plus individuals and allies are not going to A, forgive Korbin for a very long time, and B, forget. So even if they think Korbin's changed or whatnot, they're not going to forgive for a long time. And I don't think we can ever forget what happened. You know, like a lot of people pointed out, and Sara and I have also pointed out, very young, also can be open their eyes to something. But, you know, still, I will never forget. Most people who listen to this will never forget. But yeah, you know.
Never forget.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. What does everyone think? Questions, comments down below. Were you excited to see the U.S. women's national team? I was watching some commentary, and a lot of people are saying at this point, they could not give you a solid 18 for the Olympics. Like, it could go a lot of different ways. And one thing is true, they just have a lot of options and a lot of positions, and they have a lot of people who are just really in the zone right now. And I mean, we talked about this a couple videos ago. There's not a lot of legacy players that are going to be on there, you know? The only one I could really see who really maybe would be there for leadership is like an Alex Morgan. Other than that, I mean, I don't exactly know how the groups worked out, but I think the biggest competition at the Olympics is going to be Spain, and it's going to be really tough to beat Spain. I think America can do it. I mean, I really do. Next game is on Tuesday. What do you guys think? Hopefully this video goes out Sunday or Monday, but what does everyone think? Like, question, comments down below. We'll talk to everyone later. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.